Chag Sameach. It's shavuot. So we're done with the counting. We've counted our way up to the mountaintop. And I know many people stayed up all night learning. So maybe you're not here with us in person because hopefully you're getting some rest. I know Jimmy was up late, but we're here because he had to get up and take the dogs out. You know, when you have animals, you've got to take care of them, right?
Yeah, we heard.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Responsibilities.
I'm the shepherd.
Yes, you are. You're the shepherd. You're the shepherd. The shepherd. Taking care of the flock. So it is shavuot today. It's the 50th day since Passover. It's the day that we celebrate receiving Torah on the mountaintop and the climax of our story. And it's really interesting to me, the mishnah that we're up to. You know, we've been reading these mishnahs since we've been counting, and we're up to chapter 2, Mishnah 18. But we're not going to forget that part of our ritual is to offer a mishaberach. And, you know, we have so many people to pray for. All of the people caught in the crossfire in Israel and Palestine. All of the people in India that are suffering from COVID, and here too, you know, we still have people who are dying from COVID because we haven't been as careful as we need to be. We haven't been as considerate of others as we need to be. So let's offer a mishaberach for all the people that you hold in your hearts. I know there are many who we're praying for. And we'll offer this healing prayer for all of them. You know, I don't know how to check to make sure we're good here, but I think we are. Are we okay?
I'm searching for the perfect B.
It's usually the perfect A. What happened to the perfect A? But I hope everybody did have a good night, and I hope you had a good night, and if anybody's with us. Uh-oh. I think I may have done it wrong. Uh-oh.
What?
Well, I thought I checked to make sure where we were. Are we there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We're there. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes it says that we're on Daniel Bogart's Facebook page. I don't know. But I think I checked it. I think we did it right. It's the same as it was yesterday. Good morning. Good morning. So, Chag Sameach. Let's offer a mishaberach, and then we'll learn a little. We'll learn a little mishnah together today, because this is a good one. This is a good one for today. It really is. You know, if you don't...
Diane says we're good.
We're good. Okay, thanks, Di. Thanks, Diane. Diane, we're getting close to a wedding. Weddings are good. You know, they give us hope. The tradition says if a wedding and a funeral party meet at the crossroads, the funeral procession stops and the wedding party continues. Because we are a people of hope. We are a people of joy. I'm sure that there were people who studied last night in Israel in spite of the bombs falling. I'm sure there were. I'm sure there were. Learning for peace.
Remember what it was like
Oh, Shavuos was great in Israel. People going from all through the night.
all the night.
The streets were full, and people carrying cheesecakes, and you know, learning. You could go into any place that had its lights on, and you would sit and you'd learn with people.
When dawn began to break,
You'd go to the
everybody would
hotel.
head toward the wall.
Yeah, we would be like pilgrims.
Converging toward the wall from all
Up,
of them.
up the paths, finding your way to the western wall. was plenty of room. Nobody bothered Al-Aqsa Mosque or the Dome of the Rock. It wasn't about bothering, you know, it was about making space for each other. There's room, you know. If the politics were out of the way, if the terrible leaders were out of the way with their own agendas, there's room for everybody there.
There's room. That's a good one, Susie.
Yeah. So, let's offer a Misha Berach, huh? You want to read respect first? Do it. Do the healing prayer. We're ready for a healing prayer. Jimmy's always writing something new.
Fuat hanefesh, fuat haguf. Fuat hanefesh, fuat haguf, fuat hanefesh, fuat haguf, for the healing of the spirit, healing of the body, healing of the spirit, healing of the body for those we know, for those we don't know. On my right, Angel Michael, on my left, Angel Gabriel. In front of me, the angel Uriel, behind me, Raphael. Above my head, 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 Shekhinah.
The Shekhinah. The Shekhinah. You know, yesterday we were on Malchut and Malchut. Today it's every energy. We don't have to choose. Every energy is there for you for healing. Whether you're healing from a great loss, you're healing from an illness, whatever it is, know all of the energies are there for you today. Every one of them. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And this holiday, this holy day, this Chag is all about learning. Because it's all about Torah. So when you don't know what else to do, dive into the learning. I'm glad you're here, Samantha. There's always a place for you here.
Make the words of your teaching pleasant on our lips, pleasant on our lips. Lips of all of those that come into our screen.
That expand us, make us better.
So we can spend a time in learning for the pleasure of it. Pleasure of it.
Don't stay away, because we need you.
עמך בית ישראל. כולנו ידי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה. All of us learning this way for pleasure and for its implications and for nothing.
Right.
For its own sake.
Yes.
For the purity of the activity, the purity, the clarity, the cleansing nature of learning. Baruch atah Adonai המלמד תורה לעמו Israel. Blessed are you who teaches to your people in this fashion. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. So, thanks, Jimmy. I love this mishnah. You know, I think I say that every morning, but this mishnah is really perfect for today. It's in the name of Rabbi Shimon. You want to say something about Rabbi Shimon?
This is not the same Rabbi Shimon.
I know. It's a different one.
But this is an unknown Rabbi Shimon. We don't know who this one is, I think.
I love that.
Yeah. My commentator here says, don't confuse him with Bar Yochai.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. Good.
About this Rabbi Shimon ben Netanyel, little or nothing is known. We know that he married a daughter of one of the Rabban Gamaliels.
Mm.
So,
Nice. Okay.
So we don't actually know who he is, but it's all right. What he says has cognates in other places. So we find it in other places in the words of Rabbi Eliezer.
Yeah.
Who was associated with Rabbi Shimon, the famous one. So who knows?
Well, anyway,
so they
this
influenced
Rabbi
each
Shimon,
other. Let's say it that way. They influenced each other because
that's good.
they used that expression, especially about making your prayer a keva, a fixed thing, you know.
So, but it says...
And one of our teachers really stressed this.
Who did?
Dr. P.
Oh, Pedagowski.
Keva and Kavanah.
Yeah.
The dyad of Keva and Kavanah, they belong together. One of the holy dyads in our tradition.
Yeah.
Fixed in what you offer, what you
bring to it.
What you bring to it. So they work together, you know. It's a dyadic concept. It's two notions that belong with each other, complementary with ease.
And that's the word that's used here, right? The word that's used here is don't make your prayer keva, just keva, right?
Yeah.
A mechanical routine. Don't make it fixed. Make it... So be careful, tizacher, be careful in the reading of the Shema and in prayer in general. And when you pray, do not make your prayer keva, fixed, just fixed. But, and it's interesting because, you know, it has to be fixed. There are certain times to say the Shema, right? So in a sense, it is always fixed, but it cannot be just fixed. Make it be an appeal for mercy and grace, right? Mercy and graciousness before God. Because what is God? And then it ends with this. It's so beautiful that it ends with this. So first let me say something about the Shema. You know, if you think about the words of the Shema, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Listen, you God wrestlers! Adonai Eloheinu, you know, the personal and the plurality, the one that's only for you and the one that's for everybody, and the plurality of gods that we hear about, that we know exist in people's hearts and minds and souls. Adonai Echad. The most important is that that personal is one. You know, the same God that is my God is the same God that's for everybody. So this is not a prayer from people to God, the Shema. This is a prayer from God to you. A prayer from God to us, right? This is a call. From what? And how do we know that? Because look what comes next. Before the Holy One, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you know, what is God? Hamakom. Because this is Lifnei Hamakom. And here's the other thing, that the name Hamakom, the name for God as the place, says, you want to know God? Find your place in the story. You want to know godliness? Find your place in the narrative that you are living. And then, what is it? Because God is, and this, if you can't know God, know God's attributes, right?
And be them.
Yeah.
Mimic them.
Chanun.
Chanun
Virachum. Chanun v'rachum.
Erech apayim,
Erech apayim.
patient.
Slow to anger.
Rav chesed, full of love, full of giving.
Love, abounding in loving kindness. And
V'nechama hara, forgive.
And do
Ve'al
not.
tehi rash. This is an interesting. The end.
Yeah, right. The end, right.
Atzmacha. Maimonides reads it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Though that's a stretch of a reading, but that's the way Maimonides read it. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Well, don't consider
Don't
yourself
find
wicked.
all the nastiness in yourself.
That's a hard one. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's too
Come
hard.
on, Susie.
That's too hard.
You can do
I
it.
can't do it.
Come on, Susie.
No, it's everything. I mean, does anybody else do that?
No, but you
I do
need
that.
somebody whispering in your ear all the time that
Yeah.
for your sake was the world created. You know that story? 2 pockets. For your sake was the world created, and the other pocket, I am but dust and ashes. I'm nothing.
It's too hard.
They're both true.
Yeah, but sometimes you do make a mistake. You do make mistakes,
So that's what that mistakes, they're counted in. For your sake was the world.
And for yours. And for yours. And we are still just but dust.
Okay, here we go.
We are just dust.
There's room
Okay.
for all of us.
He just wrote this.
We
this
who
minute.
agree in the subtlety of differences between our agreeableness, we might not get the details precise. There's room, even when we disagree, when we are that different, that it's a challenge. The answer, respect. Respect my version. I respect your version. We begin with respect and open up a space to live in. We are in this together. And one day we may look back and wonder how we ever did anything different. We belong together. We belong here. We belong with most of our differences intact. Livnei hamakom, it hardly matters. Find your place in the big story. Amen.
Beautiful. When someone dies, we say, Hamakom yinachem. Shavuot ends the 7 weeks of mourning. It ends 7 weeks where, there are not supposed to be marriages or cutting of the hair. Some say up until Lag Bomer. It's the tradition. A lot of Reform Jews don't follow that tradition, but, technically it is a mourning time, and today ends it. And yet, where does the holiday cycle take us after today? Well, tomorrow morning on the second day of Shavuot, tomorrow morning we'll have the Yizkor service, and we'll do it as this service. You can also come on Zoom, so at 9:30 we'll have our daily offering, but we'll also add the Yizkor service to our daily offering tomorrow morning. And then what happens? Well, we enter into those summer months. We have a little bit of Sivan left, but then, we have Tammuz and Av, those dry summer months, where all the terrible things that have happened to the Jewish people, we put them all into those 3 weeks between the 17th of Tammuz and the 9th of Av. We put them all there so that we can really mourn, so we can let go. And as our teacher Larry says, learn from the mistakes that we've made and vow not to make them again. And then when that time is over, it'll be the new moon of Elul. Before you know it, the new moon of Elul will come, and we'll have the shofar blowing every morning, awakening our newly reborn selves to a new year.
Amen.
So we have time between now and then to keep learning, to keep learning, to prepare for a new year, to prepare for a new time. And in the meantime, we're not exactly sure what we're going to do after tomorrow. We did hear from our friend Sean. Thank you, Sean. And we'll talk about it. But yeah, thanks for that, Alyssa. Respect. Until then, let's get through this beautiful Chag with respect, with making room. Right?
Yeah.
And may hamakom yinachem, may whatever place you're in bring comfort and inspiration to you, knowing that all of those energies, all of those attributes of godliness, including chanun v'rachum, graciousness and mercy and compassion, slow to anger, erech apayim, abounding in loving kindness, all of these attributes of God that give us a break and remind us to not only love each other,
Give us a break,
but to love ourselves as well. You got anything else?
The year the beloved team celebrated Shavuos.
Okay, here we go. A teaching on Shavuot. Nice.
The year the beloved team celebrated Shavuos. The basketball game that year conflicted with the beginning of Shavuos. They requested an opinion from the commissioner, who was deep in intentional prayer the day before the holiday. A mistake, said the commish through his publicist. The power forward, when asked, answered this way: I will play as if every day is a reprieve, a gift as generous as the Holy Torah, said he. The point guard said, I am making tshuva every day of my life, every time I play, for mistakes of my past. I will explode in a shower of sparks, and no defense will be able to contain me. Thus will I receive the durable Torah wisdom this year. The center contributed this: for the gift of life, I will return something of what has been given to myself and my family. We will receive the Torah this year with a steady hand and the necessary three-pointer when needed. Consulting with the coach, we will receive the Holy Torah this year. Sacred hoops and the triangle offense. We will prepare ourselves in silence, and at precisely midnight, the souls of all our departed masters will rise and guide us into the next game. Who scheduled a game for Shavuos anyway? The Torah is offered every day, but the question always, are we ready to receive it?
Nice. Yeah. You know, the word Kabbalah means to receive. So let's continue to receive the wisdom that we need to respond in the holiest of ways from our places
Baruch Hashem.
to the schmutz that comes at us.
Baruch Hashem.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Chag Sameach, a good holiday, finding some joy. And we will see you tomorrow morning, not only for some learning, but also for the Yizkor prayers at 9:30 Central Time. Thanks for joining us.
One more.
One more? Okay, last one. Here we
Wedding
go.
night. Wedding night. Shavuos. And Moses came into the cloud and went up the mountain. Exodus 24:18. The night before the wedding, all the companions adorned the bride, all of them necessary.
This is the text we used for our wedding.
Oh, of course.
Remember that?
I do remember. She preparing these 7 weeks, now meeting her lover. The repairs would be made later. Day of the wedding, the supernal mother descended, all the souls named by God, all blessed, the interpretations new. The principles in the stories united, one seamless document, this Torah, all of us told through radiating light, the telling, a lightning of words.
Yeah. Wow. Lovely. So, any more?
That's a holy one to send you on your way.
Yeah. A lightning of words. May they carry you through the day, inspire us, and thanks for being with us.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah. And a special shout out to Alyssa, who comes every day, and Sarah, and all of you who show up. Thank you. Thanks for being here with us. It means a lot. And I hope it's a day of light and lift. It's raining here, but we could use a little rain. Water the plants. And keep things growing. Hamakom yinachem. May your place in this ongoing story of receiving, learning, and receiving Torah bring you comfort and joy on this Chag Shavuot. May it bring some peace.